Well, thanks for taking the time to stop by the Rational Boomer YouTube channel. You know, about 3 weeks ago, I posted my first video on TikTok. And when I did that, I have friends and family and associates laughing at me saying, "Why are you doing that? That's for kids. That's little girls on there. What are you going to dance? You're going to lip sync? You're going to do some goofy shit? What are you going to do?" Well, in that 3 weeks' time, much to my surprise and their surprise, somehow I was able to gather nearly 12,000 followers, 100,000 likes, nearly 750,000 views. To say I'm amazed by that is an understatement. Of course I'm amazed. I didn't know if anybody would pay attention to me, actually listen to me, but they did. And I wanted to tell all those folks that I'm much appreciative of it. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I spent my life in the media and radio and some television and such, and I'm retired from that now. So talking is the one thing I feel comfortable doing, I feel confident in doing. So to actually have an audience that wants to hear what you have to say is quite a compliment. I'm flattered, and I appreciate it. But on TikTok, you have 60 seconds to say what you're going to say, which isn't that hard for me because my media background caused me to write and produce a lot of 60-second commercials. So I know the game when it comes to that. But when you see this stuff and you hear this stuff, sometimes it's important to know where it's coming from, who it's coming from, why it's coming at all. So hence the YouTube channel. First, I wanted to let you know who I am. Not specifically, but generally speaking, because that's really all that matters. I'm a 60-year-old guy. I'm a baby boomer. I was born in 1960. I live in the Midwest. I've been married 37 years to the same woman. I have 2 grown and very well-adjusted and successful sons. And I have 2 absolutely stunning grandchildren. I worked in radio and some other media for about 40 years. I retired. I've since worked in business as kind of a brokering type of thing, but it's semi-retirement because I work when I want to and how I want to. I've been able to bring myself to a point where I'm not rich or famous, but I am comfortable and happy. And that should be anybody's goal, because becoming rich or famous, the odds of that are slim. But if you can get to the point when you're my age and you're comfortable and you're happy and you're content, and still have some drive for the future and some hope for the future, that's a good place to be. Now, people will say, "You're a boomer, but you're rational. Why do you make that distinction?" And as I said, I think a lot of Gen Xers and millennials think that all baby boomers are Trump fans, racist, misogynistic, anti-Semitic, crazy, stupid, loudmouth, aggressive, divisive. And I'm here to tell you that that's just not the case. And I know from what I've done on TikTok and the people who are following me and the comments I read, I'm not the only one. To make all boomers seem to fit that category is not fair. See, the thing about it is that, and I said this in a previous video, what's stupid about the argument between millennials and boomers is this: I'm a boomer, my children are millennials. So we're arguing with our own children and our own children are arguing with us? That's ridiculous. We raised them, they know who we are and where we're from. There should be no argument. But still there is. Okay, boomer. You know, when they say that to me, I don't really care. I think it's kind of funny. It's kind of a lame cut down, but you know, they're young. They're still learning. Now on my TikTok and on YouTube here, I'm going to talk a lot about politics. But that's not my only interest. That's not all I will talk about. I've lived 60 years. I have a lot of experiences and a lot of insights that maybe some of the younger folks don't have, and it might be valuable to you. I know you think it won't, but trust me, stick with me here, and I might be able to help you with some things. Because you see, for you young people, all the things you're troubled with, all the problems and the hoops you have to jump through, I've already done it. I've already had to figure out how to get through it. And sometimes it's good to go to an older folk and ask them, what's the deal with this? And maybe I can save you some time, and maybe I can save you some trouble. But let's talk about politics. Now, in this past election, I voted for Joe Biden. Not because I'm a Democrat, not because I'm a liberal, because Joe Biden was the one person who could actually help us put out this dumpster fire which we know as Donald Trump. I probably would have picked a younger guy as president, but this is how it worked out. The problem in this country is we're dealing with a lot of racism, divisiveness, people that are adversarial, arguing and fighting. And all of this stuff existed before Donald Trump. But when Donald Trump came in, he brought it all to the surface. He exposed it. We all have seen it now, which may be a good thing, because now we can contend with it. But it's made the last 4 years horrible to deal with. People arguing, people fighting, families not getting along, business partners not getting along, friends not getting along, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Remember the days when we didn't think about politics when it came to our friends, family, and associates? Well, we do now. And by getting Joe Biden in, hopefully it will stabilize what we need to do. Stabilize the country, get us all talking together again. But is it going to fix the problems we have? No. Because the divisiveness and the problems we have now have always been there. They're just more visible. You see, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican, liberal or conservative. I'm one thing and one thing only. The only group I join, and that's I'm an American. I was born an American. I will always be an American. And the people that are watching this and the people of my generation and millennials, I have more in common with them than I do with those people in the government. See, our problem has been our government doesn't represent us properly. They're supposed to serve us and protect us and take care of us. But in fact, what they do, and this is both Democrat and Republican, they serve rich people and corporations first, because those people fill their pockets. And then if they can help us after the fact, they will. But if they have to burn us and pay their buddies off from our backs, the working people's backs, they will do that. That is our problem. And that's what we have to rectify. Getting Joe Biden into office is just the stabilization of this country. We haven't fixed anything. There is no remedy as yet. We have to continue to push and try to fix this situation. So as I said, I'm just a guy. I'm in no group, except I am a baby boomer. But I'm not the stereotypical baby boomer that a lot of people think they are. And I don't think you are either. It's time we get things moving in the right direction. Not so much for us, but for our kids and for our grandchildren. I want to leave a good legacy, and I want a better life for my kids and grandchildren. So by speaking out, hopefully we can get people to come together with a common interest and a common desire and maybe accomplish something. At least that's my hope. And you never know unless you try. So I want to thank you for taking the time to listen, pay attention. Please subscribe and like. I don't usually beg for that, but I think there's a lot of people out there that have some things to say, and I do want to hear what you have to say. Make your comments, because I will bring them up as well and address them. You have a great night. I'll talk to you again soon. Check me out at Rational Boomer on TikTok and Rational Boomer on Instagram. You have a good night.